What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and I have an update on a fast-moving story concerning GM with a few thousand jobs affected in their software divisions. Let's roll the intro and get directly into it.
For the longest time, whoa, for the longest.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent.
All right, guys, so welcome on back to TK's Garage. I have an email here and more details on what jobs are affected. First, I'll pop something up because this dropped over at Automotive News as well. GM cutting 1,000 software jobs, including 600 at Michigan Tech Center. The job cuts include about 600 people who work at its Global Technical Center in Warren, Michigan. Warren is really taking a beating right now. According to a source familiar with GM plans, it's eliminating more than 1,000 jobs in its global software and services organization. Now, I got an email in. The same employee that I told you about earlier was able to send me a secondary email that they did get. And let's go over that now. All right, I'm also going to put those right here as I read it. You guys can see it yourself. This was a message from Barris Sentinok and Dave Richardson. It says, Team, today we are announcing the difficult decision to say goodbye to some of our colleagues in the software and services. The changes we are making to reduce the size of the team and result of thoughtful effort to simplify our organization so we are optimized for speed and excellence. S&S is at the forefront of innovation at the company. We're developing world-class in-vehicle experiences and helping GM lead the industry as we face emerging competition at home and abroad. We are critical to GM's bold vision for the future. As we build that future, we must also make bold choices that enable us to move faster, pivot when needed, and prioritize investing in what will have the greatest impact. That brings us to today. Some of you may be affected because we're bringing it's a different page, because we're bringing greater focus to our higher priority work. In other cases, we're simplifying team structures to remove unnecessary layers, avoid duplication, and enable speed. None of this makes it any easier for those affected, but we wanted to be clear about how and why we made these choices. You will soon receive a follow-up email from S&S HR with more details so you know whether your role is impacted or may be at risk, given local processes we need to follow in some countries. While we would have preferred to have individual conversations with this group, given how distributed our organization is across locations and time zones, we thought it more important that everyone heard the news at the same time. BS. We realize this is a very difficult day, most of all for those who will be saying goodbye to. Thank you for everyone for your contributions to GM, Boris, and Dave Software and Services leadership. Now, I can say this. The employee that sent me this information also has a friend who's also affected. And they basically laid off people that were on maternity leave. Now, I know you're going to say, wait a minute, there's dudes on maternity leave because these were 3 men. But yes, GM basically said, oh, y'all are on maternity leave? Cool. And laid them off, all 3. All of them, they claim, and again, I have to go by what I'm being told, had stellar employment records and have been with the company over 10 years. So it's a bad day in the auto industry, I can tell you right now, between everything that's going on at Stellantis and the layoffs that are going to consistently come over there to these layoffs here at GM. I think this is just a start. It's crazy that they're using the excuse of we want to be nimble and be fast moving and all these other cliche BS explanations. But what it is we want to be nimble, we want to be fast, and we want to see how quick we can move these jobs to India, China, Thailand, Korea. We don't want these jobs over here. in software and services. We want the people that are going to answer these calls from any of our services, OnStar or whatever, to be overseas. We do not want them here. That's basically what that is. And I feel so sorry for the people that live in Warren, because you guys have been getting a beating between losing shifts at the plant there on the Stellantis side to another 600. I mean, the competition for jobs in that town right now has to be insane. And I feel bad. I feel bad for all of you guys affected. If it's affected you, I'd like to know about it. I want to hear your story. I don't care if you have to write a friggin' book in the comments. Do it. Because I want to use this platform so that people can see that it's actual people that get affected by this crap. And not like who just want to be nimble and move the jobs overseas. Because that's what's going on. Period. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.